Nail Soup Media. We specialize in websites, web communities, and internet products.
This is a tutorial on how to set up Jetpack's Publicize sharing in order to share WordPress blogs to your social media sites. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my WordPress site, and I'm going to go to Plugins, and I'm going to click Add New. Then I'm going to search for Jetpack, and we are going to install it. It has to be the Jetpack by Wordpress.com. Okay, we'll activate that. Now while that's activating, I want to point out that I am logged in to WordPress.com. I've gone ahead and gone to WordPress.com and logged in with my WordPress.com account. This is not WordPress.org. It is not your website. It is an entirely different service. It's WordPress.com, and you need to sign up for this in order to use this service. So I'm on WordPress.com. I've signed up. I have my own account here, and now that the plugin has been activated, you should see it over here on the left-hand side, and I'll go ahead and click it. Next, it's going to ask me to connect to get started. So now that I've already logged into my WordPress.com account, I'm going to go ahead and click connect. If you don't, it will prompt you in the next step. So now it's going to ask me to authorize Jetpack, which I'm going to do. And it should bring me right back to my site. Now it'll tell me to go back to my settings page to activate and deactivate features. There's a lot of cool features in Jetpack that you can use. The main one that we want to use is called Publicize, and it's right here. It's already on. Anything that has the light blue is already activated. So we can either go to Publicize and configure, or later on, if you want to come back to this, you can also go to settings and you go to sharing. So either one will work. In this step, you're going to see the 6 different services currently that Jetpack allows you to connect to on the blog. These are automatically already here. In the future, they may add more, but for now, they're Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Path, and Google. So what I've done already up here to speed up the process is I've gone ahead and logged into each of these services. Here, I'm in my Facebook. I've logged into my LinkedIn here. Actually, should make sure you're logged into your own account. I've logged into my Twitter, my WordPress, of course, which we don't need anymore, my Tumblr account, and my Path account. If you don't have an account with any of these, I do suggest that you get one, just because posting to your blog and having these posts go out to all of these different services is only going to increase the amount of links that you have out in the search engines and increase your online exposure and better your SEO. So now that I've done that, I'm going to simply start going through and connecting to each one of these processes and following the steps that it tells me to do. So I'll start with Facebook. It's going to ask me to connect with WordPress. I'm going to say OK. It's going to tell me WordPress would like to post to Facebook for me. I'll say OK. Next, it's going to tell me it would like to manage my pages. OK. And then it should bring you right back into your website. I can see I'm here. And now it's going to say I've successfully connected my blog with Facebook. It's going to ask me, where do I want to post to now? I do not want to post to my personal Facebook. I want to post to my page. So I'm going to come down here and find my page. And then I'm going to come down to the bottom. I'm going to make sure I check make this connection available to all users of this blog. This is so that if, for instance, you log in and are logged in under your username, and maybe you need me as your administrator to log in, I can come in and work on this as well. So if you don't want anybody else to have access to it, then you uncheck this. But if you have a support person, then you want this to be checked. So I'm going to click OK. And it should say you've successfully connected your blog with your Facebook account. Now, it should automatically say here that you're posting to your page at this point. If it doesn't, you may have to repeat this process. There we go. It should say connected as your site needs me, Shar Bennett. So it shows me my page, and that's what I wanted. Okay, Twitter, next. I'm going to go ahead and authorize. And again, make this connection to all users of the blog. I am in control of all the users of the blog, so it's always good to make sure that's connected, because I can always remove the users of the blog. Next, LinkedIn. Sometimes it will bring you to LinkedIn and ask you to authorize it, so you may get it may redirect you to LinkedIn, ask you to authorize it, and if it does, you'll follow the same steps, and it'll bring you back here. You'll get this message, hit OK. Tumblr. Allow. Path. It's asking me to sign in. Allow. Even though I was signed in, you may get that. But you can see that the process is very similar for each one of these. Make this connection available. OK. And then finally Google. The only thing that's different here is I want to choose my Google business page. I want to make sure that I am going to accept here. And make connection available. And you should see that everyone is connected now. The other last thing that I want to do, you should have a bunch of services up here. They'll be up here. You want to drag them down here into the order that you want. I like to have them all down here in this order. That puts them above any blog posts that you have so that people can actually share and print and email each of your blog posts. And then you can change the way that it looks as well so that people can use those. and you want to open links in new window, you can change whether it's going to be shown on your posts or pages or whatever. And when you're all done, you can save changes. Also, your Twitter site tag you want to add here. So for instance, mine is "Your Site Needs Me." So I'll come back here and just "Your Site Needs Me" and save. And that's it. That's how you're going to set up Jetpack Publicize.